Hey, what's up? It's Ninja Tips, and I'm here to share with you some tips on what's been working out for me when using the Gnasher on Gears 5. Here's a quick look on what's to be covered. They added extra sensitivity potential on Gears 5, so whatever you used to be on Gears 4, I found that dropping it by 1 or 2 on each of the categories helped me tremendously. The shot pattern has changed now, so instead of shooting out 10 pellets, it is now 12, with the 2 extra shot spread counters being placed at each shoulder, while the bottom hit counter moved up closer to the growing area. One huge difference I noticed is the shot spread pattern that not only spreads out more as one gains distance from one's opponent, but from choosing to aim in or blind fire, it actually changes the position of where one's shots actually hit. The shot spread tightness at an aimed in shot is enough to make that difference, is what I'm saying, and ruining one shot reaction opportunities if caught in the cover ambush assault. So I found myself using at least one single aimed in shot during the process of any battle, for the most part. Unfortunately, if one is playing solo, they will still be matched with full squatted high-ranking teams that are communicating with one another in a party, and will still answer for their friends in order for them to win their Gnasher battles. In order to overcome this dilemma, the same type of sacrifice had to be made. I had to either tell the team to spread out more, actually pull out their Lancer, or simply go to the opposite direction of my teammates in order to gain map control and wrap around the enemy in order to break their focus on the linear direction and avenue of approach that friendlies spawned and Rhodey ran from. The Lancer is still as powerful as ever and gives the user the potential to aid a friendly from over half the map away with proper burst fire marksmanship technique. Having the proper team balance is a major must for those who don't want to be necessarily at the top as MVP, but help the team win and not push anyone to quit out. What I mean by that is thinking of how Horde mode is played, where everyone plays a particular purpose. And where dying many times is a motivation killer. So in actuality, one should not be risking their life so carelessly, just sticking to the Gnasher throughout the entire match, because it has limitations and deficiencies as any other weapon in the game, and needs the complement of not only another weapon in one's loadout, but the complementary support of another teammate that must take care of one's opponents swiftly together. Otherwise, one's fallen comrade's opponent is coming their way to support their allies. Now, every single Gnasher tip that I shared with you dudes on Gears of War 4 applies here on Gears 5 as well, including the many maneuvers that everyone uses in the Gears community. One of my favorite signature moves is the dodge shot, which is very effective skill in Gears 5, but still offers the risk of rolling in. One is not accustomed to the proper distance and timing of one's thumb on the selective wall and the timing of the A button thereafter. An important key thing to remember about the Gnasher is the timing of the RT button. The shot will take milliseconds to fire out of one's barrel, and therefore techniques like the up A and back A work effectively, since the other player will not think that his opponent has already pressed the RT by the time he touched the corner of a cover, or pressed the RT at the same time while canceling out of a run to cover animation. Think of the twin barrel retro turret in the campaign mode, where it takes about 1.5 to 2 seconds to actually spit out of the chambers once one presses the RT button. It's not seconds with the Gnasher, but milliseconds. And using objects around the map help fool the enemy into making them think that their opponent is not really freaking pressing the RT mid-animation. Speaking of animations, a huge part of having a situationally aware mind is utilizing not only one's ears to listen to the direction of one's enemy that is coming towards them, but to utilize one's eyes and mind to constantly figure out the pattern of spawns and flanks that one is potentially the next victim of. To do that, one not only has to keep track of the guys that are dying at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, or by pressing the select button for like about a half a second, but there's a special window of opportunity that arises in which one can check behind them, and that happens when one chooses to rush towards a cover in front of them. It can be done so properly using high sensitivity, combined maybe with a longer thumbstick, and tapping either left or right quickly on the right thumbstick, then moving back in the original direction with smooth transition, which can be perfected with practice. It's super effective and keeps the enemy fooled into thinking one is the fool that did not realize the dangers around him or herself. The roadie run button, default A, is where a lot of the Gears magic happens. It's a momentum gainer, sure, but it's also a way to dodge incoming shots when combined simultaneously with any directional movement of the left thumbstick. Hence, why the dodge shot and wall bounce maneuvers work. What I really try to avoid is getting hit with the minimal amount of damage of the possible 12 pellets shot at me, and I can actually diminish that chance by noticing if I'm in a direct 1v1. If I am, I hurry up and take the skill test or hold the player up and wait for one of my guys on my team to cross for me. But that's the same formula that really beats me. Being overwhelmed by a Lancer supporter or a shotgunner in cover that was actually hiding even while his buddy was battling me. What I suggest by that is that war in a video game has no limit to how dirty one plays to win. There are no rules or limitations to any engagement, only opportunities. With that said, communication and patience dominates the most opportunities in Gears 5. This is a very strict team-based game and should be focused on time conveniences. Therefore, one should emphasize on supporting one's teammate and not giving them the chance to even die, even if they are randoms. Overpowering generally happens by sticking within 3 to 4 arms distance from one's friendly if one spawns with them, or simply pulling out the Lancer and using light deep presses of the RT button to not overstimulate consumption of ammunition in the magazine. This is the same key tip that allowed me to be effective with the Enforcer during most of my battles in Gears 4. Well, that's all the time I got for this vid, but there's always more where that came from. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to support each other on the battlefield for the W's, and stop quitting out for the matches for Apex and Fortnite. You're not a real Gears. Peace.